Welcome all our friends to another fantastic superhero story. On a nice, peaceful day, a tourist is recording the park, but the supervillain Ultimo rampages the scene fighting against Iron Man. The robot explodes and the tourist runs, almost being crushed by a huge metal part, but fortunately, he is saved by Iron Man. The recordings of the whole story were on the news. In the car, Rhodey turns it off, and complains that Tony should leave the superhero business alone and let S.H.I.E.L.D. handle the villains, but Tony neglects it, and he rides towards the Stark Tower. They arrive there and Tony greets Pepper Potts. She reports to Tony that Hydra are attacking the United Nations building. A live footage shows a Hydrabot dropping the Hydra soldiers. Furthermore, Pepper tells Tony that the UN are in a full assembly, including the US President, and Tony goes to don his armor. Jarvis initiates the Mark VI, the latest of Tony Stark's weaponized iron armor suits, and he flies towards the UN. The hordes of Hydra attack the United Nations, with Rhodey telling him to be careful. Iron Man arrives at the scene, and takes out the Hydra bot. Iron Man warns them to stop it, but they fire at him. Tony Stark then cleared the scene by taking down the soldiers with ease. The Hydrabot releases 3 Hydra Dreadnoughts and target Iron Man. In the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, Fury wants an update on the arrival. Maria reports to him that Iron Man arrived on the scene. Iron Man is apprehended by the Hydra Dreadnoughts, with his armor malfunctioning. Iron Man scans the Hydra Dreadnoughts, revealing that it is his tech, much to his great surprise. Tony Stark then tries several actions, but Jarvis warns him that they might malfunction his suite and take some time to recharge. Back in the Stark Tower, Rhodey cheers Pepper up, saying that Tony will be fine, but Pepper worries about him doing all this by himself. Iron Man destroys 2 dreadnoughts before being ambushed by the other Hydra Dreadnought. Just then, the S.H.I.E.L.D. arrives, and the Mandroids attack the Hydra Dreadnought. After they take the robot out, they order Iron Man to stand down. Fury watches through, while Maria waits for his orders. Jarvis reports the power levels of his armor, and the recharging of the Uni-beam. Iron Man rejects the order by the S.H.I.E.L.D., and scans the Mandroids. It reveals they are equipped with his tech. Maria reports that Iron Man scanned the Mandroids, and Fury orders to retreat. At the same time, one of the Hydra robots springs into action just behind the Mandroids. Iron Man tries to help them, but is mistaken as a threat and the Mandroids fire at him. Iron Man deflects the attacks and destroys the Hydra robot. Tony Stark goes inside the helicarrier and discusses weapons with Nick Fury. He tells Fury that Hydra took some of his tech because of S.H.I.E.L.D. The argument goes back and forth, but when the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents tries to arrest Tony Stark, Fury orders them to stand down and let Iron Man walk away. When he returns to Stark Tower, he tells Rhodey and Pepper about the battle. Rhodey tells him that he does not need to do this without help, but Tony ignores him, just like always. Nick Fury escorts the captured Hydra soldiers to the vault. Maria Hill describes the prisoners, MODOK, Crimson Dynamo, Technivore, and Baron Wolfgang von Strucker, the leader of the Hydra operation. Meanwhile, one of the Hydra agents reveals himself to be the Grim Reaper, who strikes down all the guarding S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and finally defeats Fury and Maria. The Grim Reaper then frees Strucker and tries to escape. Somehow, Fury catches up with them. Strucker absorbs some of Fury's life, making some of his hair gray. Fury knocks Strucker off the flying car and defeats the Reaper, after a fierce battle on the flying jet. Finally, the 2 Hydra members are put in prison. Maria asks if all prisons are the same, and to her great surprise, Fury tells her there is another secret prisoner as well. Do you guys know how Tony Stark became the Iron Man? Genius billionaire inventor, industrialist and CEO of Stark Industries Tony Stark was fatally wounded in a war zone in Sinsong, shortly before being kidnapped by terrorists. Stark built an armored suit to escape captivity, which doubled as a device to keep his heart beating, keeping him alive. Once he returned to the United States, Stark reinvented himself as the armor-clad superhero Iron Man. In times when Tony Stark was indisposed, other men have carried on the legacy of Iron Man. Twice did Tony's best friend Jim Rhodes, and the duty has fallen into the hands of the reformed villain Victor Von Doom. Most recently, the role has been usurped by Tony's adopted brother, Arno Stark. Thank you for watching Millennium Pictures. Like, comment, share and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a nice day.